She find a way, baby. Fever down. Bow, bow, bow.
Man, I think it's the next step up mentality as far as players. Our shifts keep changing. Everybody doing a different role, and so I think we all got the mentality where you give and you sacrifice, and I think that's what y'all see.
Without Caitlin Clark on the court, the Indiana Fever surprised everyone by defeating a Dallas Wings squad that was eager to pull off an upset. And after losing badly to the Sparks the previous evening, everything seemed doomed. The 49-person crowd was anticipating Clark's WNBA debut against Paige Bueckers. Rather, they saw something much more amazing. Your perception of this Fever team will never be the same after what transpired in those last few minutes. And Aliyah Boston's post-game remarks, which summed up the significance of this victory in just 6 words. Please leave a remark below if you agree with the Fever. Come on.
Finding out this morning that we probably need to hold out again today. It really is a day-to-day thing. And I think for us, making sure that we're prioritizing her long-term health and wellness. It's anybody who's had some of these types of injuries understand that sometimes it's a process. She's a quick healer, and she's been doing everything that she can to get back on the floor. So, we just want to make sure that we're hypersensitive to the big picture.
Imagine this enormous buildup that was the talk of the WNBA. The top picks from 2024 and the top picks from 2025 are Clark and Bueckers. This wasn't your typical season game. Everyone has been anticipating this matchup since draft night. The Dallas Wings made a big choice because they believed they had something great in the works. They relocated the game to the enormous American Airlines Center, where the Mavericks play, instead of their regular location at College Park Center. Take a moment to consider that. You don't simply transfer a game to an arena with 20,000 seats unless you anticipate a significant event. Fans began purchasing tickets in droves. There was a lot of buzz. Social media was exploding. This matchup was supposed to shatter attendance records and demonstrate to the world the progress women's basketball has made.
I think for us, it's about knowing that basketball is a game of runs, and they made their run in that third quarter, and honestly, just continue to stay composed and take it each possession at a time is something that we've been working on. And so for us, that was our focus: is get a stop, go down and score, get another stop, and we try to get a kill.
Then, 2 nights prior to the game, Clark's groin issue suddenly worsens. The season's most anticipated matchup abruptly turns into a huge unknown. Thousands of fans purchased tickets expressly to watch these two square off. The major attraction may not even perform at this point.
Feel a disappointment for them more than anything because, you want them to see her at her best and us at our best. I hate that for fans, but at the same time, again, for us as a team and for Caitlin as a person and player, her health and wellness is the priority.
However, this is what added to the intensity of the entire event. The previous evening, the Los Angeles Sparks had completely eliminated the Fever. We are discussing a team that seems utterly disoriented in the absence of its main player. It moved slowly. The ball moved horribly. Aliyah Boston received very few touches. Without Clark on the court, everything that makes Indiana dangerous simply collapsed.
The biggest thing for us is our attention to detail in our screening. We've got to be great screeners. We got to make sure we slow down and use our screen and our spacing. We've had some games where our spacing has been poor, and that has not allowed Kelsey to get downhill, and it hasn't allowed space for Aliyah to get going either. So I think that the 2 most important things for us right now offensively is attention to detail and screening and spacing.
Dallas was licking their chops. They were fully aware of what occurs when the Fever plays without Clark. The offense starts to become predictable. Boston is overlooked. The entire system malfunctions. This appeared to be the ideal chance for the Wings to make a statement against an injured and failing squad. However, this is something no one anticipated. 49 people attended even if Clark wasn't confirmed to play. Yes, it is correct. Without even having an assurance that the main attraction would play, they broke the attendance record for Texas women's basketball. Consider what that indicates about the strength of this rivalry and the development of women's basketball.
We'll start Ari today. We'll start her and bring Sid off the bench a little bit. You know, I don't want to take Kelsey out of what she naturally does instinctually on the wing and overload her from a point guard perspective. So with having Ari and having Sid, they'll give us a couple different looks right there.
The Wings believed they had a wounded animal cornered as they entered the game. Everyone was taken aback when Coach Stephanie White started Ari McDonald for the first time, drastically altering the lineup that was anticipated. Nobody was prepared for this new appearance. Even their most ardent supporters were unaware of this Fever team's existence until what transpired next. Either a total catastrophe or something truly amazing was imminent. At the beginning of the first quarter, something truly amazing occurs. Without Clark on the court, the Fever don't simply get by. They blow up straight out of the gate. Nobody anticipated the intensity that Ari McDonald brings. She is moving as fast as if her life depended on it.
Can't finish.
As a big, you gotta lean in. You can't be falling away.
McDonald has been outstanding.
In ways that make you forget Clark isn't even playing, she's involving everyone. Dallas believes they can concentrate solely on preventing Kelsey Mitchell from going into this game. That's their entire strategy. Mitchell, shut down, and let the Fever subside. But all of a sudden, they are facing a downhill attack from McDonald's for which they were unprepared. For the Wings' defense, she is causing total mayhem. She's creating avenues that haven't been available throughout the season.
Charles can't finish.
Gotta finish that.
Oh, beautiful pass. McDonald counted in one.
They're on.
This is what makes it even more incredible. In that first quarter, McDonald is flawless from the field. She is not merely vomiting. She's making deft moves that open doors for everyone else. The Fever made their first 7 consecutive shots to start the game. The game began with 7 consecutive makes. That kind of execution is uncommon.
Shooting to open the game. The Wings are only 2 of 14. Howard lobs it inside Boston, and Maisha Hines-Allen got lost. Allowed for the easy 2.
And you down to Natasha, and she's going to get in the paint. And so the defense has to step up to protect the drive, and now she puts that air on the ball, and AB is able to finish that shot at the rim. That was beautiful.
At last, Aliyah Boston is receiving the touches she so desperately craves. Her confidence is genuinely growing with each and every item she owns. She is positioning the ball so that she can cause harm. Boston has more space to play low because the Wings must respect McDonald's speed. She collects rebounds and scores goals quickly, as if she's been waiting all season for this opportunity.
Inside, can't get it. Lee Yu-Ru can't. Here comes Natasha Howard. 9-0 run for Indiana. Lexi Hull carries the 3.
See that.
You gotta get out on her, ladies. She's shooting 51% from beyond the arc.
The audience who attended Clark's confrontation with Beckers is seeing something very different. They are witnessing a group of people realize their potential when they come together as a team. One player cannot bear the entire burden in this situation. 5 players are moving as a single unit in this scenario. Indiana leads 33-13 at the end of the first quarter. Take a moment to consider that. In 12 minutes, they scored 20 more points than Dallas. Even the Dallas supporters are getting up to cheer on the basketball they are witnessing. That kind of respect from rival fans is uncommon.
This is what they do. Yep. Sometimes you're going to have some back-to-back games. Sometimes you're not going to be able to get in the gym and practice. Got it?
Huh.
Good night.
And again, the veteran schools the rookie.
During this section, Kelsey Mitchell begins to heat up, but she isn't pushing herself. Everyone on the court is getting easy shots thanks to the ball's mobility. Mitchell scores 10 points in the first quarter alone, but she does so while staying in the offensive flow. Replacing Clark's output on the scoreboard wasn't the only goal here. This was about the Fever realizing their potential as a team when everyone came together. The groundwork was laid for something genuinely exceptional. However, the true test was still to come. This is where the story really shines. Dallas begins to fight back fiercely, and all of a sudden, this comfortable lead begins to quickly narrow. The Wings devise a strategy to breach the Fever's protection. They begin to make the shots they were not making during the first quarter. The momentum is changing in a way that unnerves Fever supporters. Paige Bueckers starts putting on a spectacular performance. Everyone is in disbelief as she scores 27 points and creates WNBA history with a flawless stat line. In a single game, Bueckers became the first player in history to record 25 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 0 turnovers. That's the kind of performance that transforms careers and wins games.
Every little thing matters.
Mitchell gives it up. Natasha Howard, beautiful shot. Howard with a double-double of 12 and 11. Indiana by...
The lead was reduced to single digits by the Wings. The arena is filled with that familiar sense of terror. Without Clark on the court, this is precisely where the fever usually subsides. The speed decreases. The ball comes to a standstill. Players begin to rush and make poor choices. Kelsey Mitchell won't let this go away, even as everything that went wrong against the Sparks the previous night is beginning to resurface. With shots that would make Clark proud, she goes into full takeover mode. Mitchell makes 11 of 17 field goals while scoring 32 points and dishing out 7 assists. More significantly, she consistently makes the correct play down the court. She's not trying to make poor shots. She's taking charge of the offense and giving her teammates opportunities.
Paige is just such a smart player. She reads defensive well. She knows how to pick you apart. And so when you play against her, you have to make sure that you're aware of where she is at all times. And also she does a great job of putting her teammates in great position. So for us, I feel like it's kind of similar in college and in the league. Like Paige is just playing great basketball and making sure that she sets up her teammates for the same.
In crucial situations, Aliyah Boston performs admirably. When defensive stops are absolutely necessary, she makes them. She seizes rebounds that sustain belongings. Boston hits all 3 of her free throws and finishes with 21 points on 9 of 14 shots. She is fulfilling all the small tasks that elite teams require from their key players. The audience is going crazy. They are witnessing 2 sides that are unwilling to concede. Like in a heavyweight bout, both sides are exchanging powerful blows. Neither side wants to concede a single inch. There is an electric charge in that arena that is only present during exceptional games.
Incoming! In! Yo, great job. Okay, great job. We weathered a storm. We found some toughness in the fourth quarter to be able to get stops and to execute, right? We grew tonight. Really, everybody just good stuff, okay? Good stuff all around. It's a big time win for us on a back-to-back at the end of a tough road trip, so good stuff.
Hey, one more. Coach's 100th.
Yeah! All right, let's go. Here we go. Together, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Boston surveys the throng of Fever supporters dispersed throughout the arena with minutes remaining. Something is clicking in her eyes. She would later clarify that every game is a home game. There are Fever jerseys everywhere, and this team exudes excitement. Boston and Mitchell worked together to make the decisive drive that won 94-86. When it counts most, they demonstrate that this squad has a championship-level heart. Mitchell takes charge of the fourth quarter and makes all the plays the Fever need to win. Following the game, Aliyah Boston approaches the microphone and says 6 words that encapsulate the entire event. Playing without Clark is a question posed by reporters. They are curious about the pressure. They are attempting to understand how the Fever defeated a Dallas club that had every reason to think they would easily win. Every game is a home game, Boston declares, staring directly into the camera. The impact of those 6 words was distinct. Everything about what transpired in that arena suddenly makes sense. This team played like they belonged on that platform because of their enthusiasm, self-assurance, and style.
There were a lot of Fever fans today at the game. What does it mean to you to just have their presence with you wherever you go?
Every game is a home game. I think you see that. People show up, they show out. I think it's great for this league, just people continuing to come to games and watch, because I think when people show up to watch a game, they might have came for one person, but they leave liking many more. And so I think that's the way you look at it, right? You've had this arena that's filled and people are coming in, they're like, whoa, I like her, she's tough. And so I think it's just great for the game.
She describes how admirers of Fever travel everywhere they go. Regardless of the arena in which they play, they generate that energy. It was visible while the game was going on. The throng was strewn with those Fever jerseys. Every time Indiana made a significant play, the applause became louder. Sections full of supporters who traveled from Indiana to cheer on their team gave standing ovations. Winning without Clark on the floor wasn't the only goal here. The goal is to demonstrate that the bond between this club and its supporters is stronger than any individual player. Boston discusses how fans may initially come to see Clark, but they end up adoring the entire team. That's precisely what transpired with the 49 attendees. They anticipated witnessing Clark's first encounter with Beckers. Rather than the matchup they had come to witness, they saw something even more remarkable. They saw a group figure out who it was. When their star needed them most, they witnessed players step up. They witnessed the kind of basketball that inspires lifetime admirers.
Likewise, I take pride in wanting to see people I've never seen before. So when you see different players that you admire and they want to support us, it's kind of like, oh man, they actually take heed to what we do and what we bring to the table as a league. Like she said, you kind of appreciate the fact that people want to watch us play, and it kind of brings confidence to the game, so to speak. So it's a really good thing.
In her own interview, Kelsey Mitchell reiterates this idea. She describes how seeing those Fever shirts in the stands boosts the team's confidence. Mitchell said such assistance makes it easier for the team to get downhill and generate opportunities. It establishes a positive feedback loop in which the players give the supporters something to celebrate and the fans motivate the players. These 6 phrases served as the team's catchphrase, demonstrating that their identity extends well beyond their star player. It has to do with family. It's about a bond that is unbreakable by hardships or injuries. It's about supporters who have faith in something greater than a single player. Boston's remarks encapsulated the essence of this franchise's development. You've created something unique that transcends victories and defeats when your supporters travel everywhere and give you a home court edge wherever you play.
Did you kind of feel a sense of urgency there that the team responded to, I guess?
Great use of the word urgency. That's honestly been the topic of conversation for us, is making sure that we have a sense of urgency on the offensive end, on the defensive end. And once again, leads did slip away in this game and last game, but for us it's about making sure that we turn that page, we get back the lead, we keep it, we get big defensive stops. And you understand, and once again, it's a game of runs, and you just have to make sure that you have the best one at the end.
There was more to this victory than merely defeating Dallas. It was about the Fever realizing they were made for something unique in 2025 and beyond. They finished 3rd in the Eastern Conference and improved their record to 8 wins and 8 defeats. They are now only 2 games behind Atlanta and 4 behind New York as a result. When Clark returns healthy, she will be joining a team that recently demonstrated their ability to perform when it counts most. They are hence risky. It's about time for the Commissioner's Cup Championship match versus Minnesota. After that, they have a 5-game homestand in Indianapolis. They've created something unstoppable, so the future appears bright. Please leave a remark below if you agree with the Fever. To ensure you never miss anything, like, subscribe, and enable all notifications. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next.